Oh, I miss sex. Fuck. Please don't fall in love with this person in like 2 fucking messages. All I ever thought about was that person. Like, I was so obsessed with that person. Oh, my mind did it again. It is an absolute champion at falling in love with people in like 2 interactions. It happens so consistently. But this time, I caught myself. I don't know if I can stop it from happening, but at the very least, I did catch myself in the act. I noticed that I just suddenly jumped to falling in complete and utter fascination and limerence with this other individual. And the way that I noticed it was that I had such an adverse reaction to those thoughts and the idea that I might be controlled by them again, that I was literally begging and pleading in my mind, saying to myself, please don't do this again. Please don't let this happen. Please don't fall in love with this person in like 2 fucking messages. Please don't start making up a whole life and fake relationship in your mind from the first fucking text. Like, you have no idea who this person is, and you are already making up stories and coming up with ideas as to who they might be without any information whatsoever. And this is a pattern. So look at it in the eyes, notice it, acknowledge it, and say hi to it. It truly stressed me the fuck out to think that I was going down that rabbit hole again, and I have still no clue whether or not I'm going to be able to avoid it this time around, but I sure as hell am gonna try. And this is a better starting place than I have ever had to tackle this situation head on. But it's like I'm also so lonely and I miss being in a relationship so much. Oh, I miss sex. Fuck. I miss cuddling. I miss having someone to talk about my problems with. I miss not having to think about what I'm going to do ever, because all I ever thought about was that person. Like, I was so obsessed with that person that I felt like I no longer had to show up to my own life. I felt like I was finally free from my own oppressive thoughts and from my own enormous expectations, because I could just offload all of that ambition into a relationship and into another person. That felt good. It felt good to be so blinded, to feel so free from the burden of living for yourself, of living up to your own expectations and fulfilling your own dreams and chasing your own passions and building your own life. All of that pressure feels like it just comes off when you can outsource your life to another person, when you can try and fix another person with so much fervor that you become completely blinded to your own suffering and to the fact that you are just numbing and distracting yourself through another individual and procrastinating and putting aside the work that needs to be done for yourself. For some reason, I just have like this infinite energy to give to other people, and I leave barely anything for myself. So it's so hard to feel so unmotivated to live for yourself and then to try and chase your ambitions when there's such an easy way out, which is a relationship and another person. That is why it is so alarming to me when I still feel this craving and this urge and this desire and the intense and limerent jump from 0 to 100 in like a matter of seconds. It's like I'm fighting a dragon with level 100 perception, and zero defenses. Like, I can see and be aware of all the terrible things that are happening in my mind, and I'm trying to actively be compassionate to all of that, whilst also being there for myself so that I can be a safe space to help the younger version of myself and present version of myself grow and move forward. Like, it's like I'm just cursed with knowing and powerless to change. I can foresee my doom. I can tell that this is going into a black and white territory of either I give myself all to a person or I give nothing to other people, but I have to bear the consequences of having all of something and nothing of the opposite. So either I have all of my time, I have all of my space, I have all of my comforts, or I have romantic intimacy, sexual intimacy, playfulness, friendship, kinship, companionship. It's like in my mind, I can only have one or the other. That is black and white thinking. That is when I am living in the extremes of all of life. And I can recognize that, and I can tell myself that is why I'm feeling such extreme emotions. This is another one of those moments where I can recognize and I'm aware of the reasons, and I have insight on what I'm experiencing, to the point that even in this moment I can see what's happening in my body, in my head. I'm like constantly therapizing myself. Oh. Right now, I feel as though my physical body is exhausted, but my mental is so ready to go. And I just want to go. But maybe that's an indication that although my mind has rested, my body is not. Or it means that I have been pushing off so much mental distress and ignoring it to the point that it is now reflecting on my body, because I'm forcing myself to try and keep up with a version of myself that literally burned out. I need to lower my expectations. There's a reason why that person burnt out. We learn from that. Okay? Going forward, we can't allow ourselves to do just the exact same thing with the exact same expectations and not expect the exact same outcome. And that was an awful outcome, and we don't want that to happen again. It's not going to be sustainable, and it's like draining our desire and our creativity and our ambition from this endeavor. It makes it so that this work now feels like work, and I don't want it to feel like work, at least not fully. I don't want to wake up every day feeling like, oh, I gotta do this, you know? I want to wake up every day feeling like, oh my God, I get to do this. And I can only feel that way if I'm not feeling awful all the time, which means I need to give my body some rest, and I need to temper the expectations of my mind. And even now, you're contradicting yourself. You're literally forcing yourself to go out on a walk so you can get 10,000 steps. When you are exhausted, you know you're exhausted. You can feel you're exhausted. You cannot keep up with the version of you that burnt out, because you're just going to burn out again. And every single burnout is going to come sooner and sooner with fewer and fewer breaks in between. So let's slow down. We're going to get our 10K steps. We're not going to work out. We're going to read. We're going to relax. And then we're going to go home and we're going to chill. We might work. You're going to feel very tempted to work. And you can if you want. But know your limits. So if you're going to work, maybe work for max 20 minutes and see how you feel after that. Not just like stick your brain in something and then completely ignore the world around you. Because then that's how you burn out and get tired. And that's how you stay up till 3 a.m. playing fucking Pokemon because you're stressed out. Okay, you got this. Just do it.